Kelly, owner and creator of Portable Preschool. Today we're going to be reading the story Over and Under the Snow, written by Kate Messner and art by Christopher Silas Neal. This video can be used as a reference for you as a parent, or you can sit with your child and read through the story with me together. This story is about animals that live over and under the snow. Before we start reading, we're going to go over some key vocabulary words to help us better understand the story. Let's talk about the word over. Can you say the word over? Good job. Over means on top of. So when we say over, we're going to practice making the motion over with our hands. You try. Over. Over. Good job. You'll also notice that sometimes in this story, the animals will live under the snow, like this animal right here. Try saying the word under while we do the motion for under. Under. You try. Under. Good job. Here we have our little skunk friend hibernating in the winter. He's under the ground sleeping. To hibernate means to sleep through the winter. So when we see the word hibernate, we're going to practice sleeping. Can you say hibernate? You try. Hibernate. Good job. The last word we're going to learn is called adaptation. And adaptation is a change. In this story, some of the animals make adaptations or changes to help them live through the winter. So when we hear the word adaptation, we're going to do the sign for change, like this. You try. Adaptation. Remember, an adaptation is a change that the animal makes during the winter to help them to survive. Great job. Let's get ready to read. Over the snow I glide into the woods, frosted, fresh, and white. Look, these people are riding over the snow. You try. Over. Over the snow, a flash of fur. A red squirrel disappears down a crack. Where did he go? Under the snow, Dad says. Oh, do you see the squirrel? He starts out over the snow, and then he disappears down under the snow. Under the snow is a whole secret kingdom where the smallest forest animals stay safe and warm. You're skiing over them now. Hey, look, up here we see the adults going over the snow. And we see our friend Mr. Squirrel under the snow. You try. Over, under. Over the snow, I glide past beech trees rattling leftover leaves and strong, silent pines that stretch to the sky. On a high branch, a great horned owl keeps watch. Under the snow, a tiny shrew dodges columns of ice as it follows a cool tunnel along the moss, out of sight. So here we see the owl lives over the snow. The shrew lives under the snow. You try. The owl lives over the snow. The shrew lives under the snow. Great job. Look, Dad says. Tracks. Tracks always tell a story. Over the snow, a deer has crossed our path. Deep hoof prints punch through the crust, up the hill, under a tree. An oval of melted snow tells the story of a good night's sleep. Under the snow, deer mice doze. They cuddle up against the cold in a nest of feathers and fur. Here we see our friends. They're skiing over the snow. And if you look very closely, you'll see our little deer mice, and they're huddling under the snow. The people are over the snow. The mice are under the snow. Over the snow I climb, digging in my edges so I don't slide back down. Under the snow, voles scratch through slippery tunnels, searching for morsels from summer feasts. Here's our friends up here skiing. Over the snow. You try. Over. And then down under the snow, we see the voles. Under the snow. You try. Under. Great job. Over the snow, I swoosh. Down, down, faster, faster. Down, faster and faster. Whoops! Under the snow, a snowshoe hare watches from a shelter of spruce. Almost invisible, she smooths her fur a coat of winter white. Hey, look! Here's one of the adaptations we were talking about. You can hardly see that snowshoe hare. The snowshoe hare's fur turns white in the wintertime to help keep it safe. Let's say the word adaptation while we make our hand motions. Ready? Adaptation. Remember, an adaptation means a change. Great job. Let's keep reading. Over the snow, I glide past reeds where tadpoles play tag in springtime. Under the snow, fat bullfrogs snooze. They dream of sun-warmed days back when they had tails. I see some frogs sleeping. They're hibernating. Remember, to hibernate means to sleep during the winter. Can we sleep and hibernate like the frogs? You try. Hibernate. Awesome job. Over the snow, I stand and stare. Little mountains in the marsh. Under the snow, beavers gnaw on aspen bark, settled in for supper. Can they hear my tummy rumbling too? Over the snow, stop. A sound. We stand like statues carved in ice till a bushy-tailed fox steps from a thicket, tips his ears to the ground, listens, 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 still. Here we see the beavers. They're under the snow. Can you try? Under. And the fox lives over the snow. Your turn. Over. The fox leaps out onto the snow after an invisible dinner. His paws scratch away to find the mouse he heard scratching along underneath. Under the snow. Look, see how far down under the snow that mouse lives? That fox must have really good hearing to be able to hear that mouse under the snow. That's an adaptation. Remember, an adaptation is something that the animals have to help them survive the winter. Let's do our motion for adaptation. Adaptation. The fox's adaptation is to have really good hearing so that he can hear that mouse under the snow. Over the snow I glide. A full moon lights my path to supper. Under the snow, a chipmunk wakes for a meal. Bedroom, kitchen, hallway, his house under my feet. Here we see our friends over the snow, over. And down here, we see our little chipmunk friend having a meal under the snow. Over the snow I climb, one last hill. Bonfire smoke rises, warm hands, hot cocoa, hot dogs sizzling on pointed sticks. Under the snow, a black bear snores, still full of October, blueberries, and trout. Hey, do you see that black bear? He's hibernating. He's sleeping through the winter. Remember, when we hear the word hibernate, we need to pretend to sleep, just like this bear. Let's try it. Hibernate. Great job. Over the snow, the fire crackles and sparks shoot up to the stars. I lick sticky marshmallow from my lips and lean back with heavy eyes. Shadows dance in the flames. Under the snow, a queen bumblebee drowses away, December all alone. She'll rule a new colony in spring. See our hibernating bumblebee under there? Let's try and hibernate, remember? Let's go to sleep. Hibernate. Over the snow I glide home on tired legs. Clouds whisper down feathery, soft flakes. Under the covers I snuggle deep and drift into dreams. Dreams of cuddling deer mice and slumbering frogs, hungry beavers and tunneling voles, drowsy bears and busy squirrels, and the secret kingdom under the snow.